This numpad right here might be my new favorite shortcut and macro device in a while. And the best part is it sounds absolutely amazing. This has got to be the most premium numpad I have ever tried, and it's definitely the heaviest. Now this is the Zoom Pad by Mellitrix, and it has pretty much the exact same design and construction as the Zoom 75, but of course it also has all of the features of a custom keyboard. It offers a ridiculous amount of color options, backplate options, weights, and even volume knobs, with mine being the electro-coated pink with a pink backplate and a pink weight. Additionally, mine came with a PC plate, a battery, and stabilizers. In terms of assembly, I think this thing is pretty easy to put together. It's also VIA compatible, which is a massive win for me, since it just simplifies custom keybinds and macros. And I'll explain why that's important later in this video. Now, the numpad also boasts a tri-mode functionality, which is a significant advantage for many people that just like wireless and using different modes in general. These modes include wired USB-C, Bluetooth 5.2 I think it was, and 2.4 Hz wireless. Aesthetically, I think this board looks incredible. My electrocoating is pretty much flawless, and you can also get it in anodized aluminum or E-white. Since it's meant to be paired up with the Zoom 75, it also has the same design, height, and shape, which is honestly just sick if you're trying to pair these up together. Another thing I really like is how these feet fit in here. Usually these things right here are stickers, and you kind of have to peel them off in order to get inside the board, but these just pop out so easily. And it makes it so fun to just tinker on this board since it's not like a pain to have to re-stick on stickers every time. Thank you so much for doing that. It's incredible. PCB in my board is the non-flex cut 1.2 millimeter PCB, so just keep that in mind for the foamless test here in a bit, because that also cuts down a little bit of hollowness. Now, when I mean this thing has customizability, I meant it. You can literally get this thing with a palm, PC, aluminum, brass, or even carbon fiber plate. I love carbon fiber plates. They're awesome. They just sound good. They also have a just stupid amount of volume knob options. You can get them with lights inside. You get them with little guys on them. It's just perfect. There's so many options. Now, the first build I ended up doing with this numpad was using it with all the foam and blueberry swirl switches from Danekeeps. And it sounds great. It sounds really good. It's a simple, smooth, creamy sound. Next, I tried it with the AM Ice Silver switches. And of course, I also tried it with these lubed Gecko Silents, which are kind of like a muted thump. They're not completely silent, but they're pretty quiet. Now it's time for the foamless test, which I was scared it would be really hollow. To my surprise, it sounds amazing. And also, I tuned the stabilizers up with a little bit of lube. Those made them sound a lot better. I think it also helps that these things are really small. It's probably hard to make this hollow since it's just so tiny and compact. But regardless of the setup, this board just always sounds excellent. Now, I don't actually use a numpad in my day-to-day, but I do like using macros for editing and stuff like Discord and sometimes games. My problem with most macro pads is I could never find a reasonably priced one that also looked good amount of customizability, but also sound and felt good. Most of the time, I feel like they only have like 1 or 2 colors or one plate option, so I feel like that's where this thing fits in. Gives me all of that and more. It looks good, sounds good, and gives me the customizability I was looking for. I pretty much just ended up binding these to a bunch of common editing and Discord macros. I think it really does make things a lot easier for me. I feel like I'm much more likely to set up macros and actually use them, since the board is just so much more enticing to use. Now all I need are just some custom keycaps with my macros on them to go on top. I feel like that would just tie everything together. Go check these out right now before the group buy ends and comment what you think of it. See ya.